Go ahead and yeah. Okay, great, Mr. Nader, you got it. Okay, how's it going, Miss Hollis? How you doing, Mr. Malvo? Good to have you out here.
Everybody, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
And I've got your. I saw that you turned in that Google Classroom stuff. I got
I
it.
was trying.
Oh no, I got. So you found one way to turn it in, but you know what? That's okay because that's exactly one of the things that we're going to have to work with the students is
Right.
how, and also making it as easy as possible for them to turn in.
The
So
other thing was I tried to send you the recording, but
mhm,
some kind of way when I went into my documents, it listed, but when I click on it, it would go away, and
right,
I couldn't upload it
you
for
couldn't
you to
upload.
get it.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be, but that's okay. You know what you might be able to do is highlight it and Control C and then send it to me in
And
an email.
okay,
You
okay,
could
I'll
try that. You could try that.
okay,
Just highlight the MP4 one, and then just attach it in your email.
okay.
Now,
That's
do
what
you
I
see
was
that plan?
doing. And when I was trying to do it, it kept going away and I kept trying. So one time I did get it, but apparently you didn't receive it because I got an email back, like a mail demon. You know how they do.
Okay, well, maybe you got the wrong email in there.
Okay, all right, maybe
But
so
that'll
too.
work. At least try that one again and check the email. Make sure it's the right one.
Okay, but you did get my lesson idea.
Yeah, see my partner right here?
I see, hey,
Good morning, everyone. I am also in training. I had my first initial training using remote learning with Ms. Donato for a couple of months when we closed in March. Mr.
Okay.
Richard is on campus today, so I'm receiving training from him, so I'm taking advantage.
He's excellent. He's an excellent trainer.
Capable of doing all of the functions that you all are going to be working on. I just wanted to come in and say good morning.
Great.
Good morning. Yes. Good
Fine here.
morning.
I'm going to share the screen right now. I'm going to go ahead and share, guys, okay? So we can, and I can show that to
Okay.
Wendy too. So when I click the share, now you've got these two you can pick from. Now, what I noticed, I usually just try to use my desktop. But today, that's one thing I wanted to tell you guys. I noticed because I'm doing it from APA, I'm using my Chromebook.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the share button, I get desktop. Maybe you're getting that too, and then application. And what I noticed was that usually on my computer, I just use the desktop because that's easier because I'm on my home computer. But on the Chromebook, I noticed that it's easier to use the application because it'll let you choose that desktop window that you want to use.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Okay.
what I'm going to do today, and I already have it on my Google Classroom. So you can
Okay.
see here, well, no, I don't have it up. So hold on, I got to get that up first.
Is that what we're going to have, a Chromebook, or what are we going to be using?
No, you'll be using just your normal, well, yes, you'll be using your home computer probably at first, at least.
Will they be able to use
And
the
then,
desktop?
yes, the desktop. And it's best to use a desktop, and I'll tell you why. So do you see how I'm getting this up right now?
Mhm.
That's what I want to be on my
Pull it up first.
right, because then that way when I go back to my meeting here, now when I get ready to share, right, share, then I can, let's check this one. That's the desktop. Let's see what happens. Now, see, that only shows what I've got right here. So that's no good. So we're going to cancel that. Now, on this one, though, when I click here, I can go application. Now watch. Now, that's the one that I put up.
Got it.
So that's the one I want to use because that's the one I want to share.
Well, I'm going to do that right now.
Okay, now they're looking at this right here.
So you're going to select one of those.
And I can pick anything I want on here and do
Yes.
whatever I want to. Now, yours will automatically have the document up, and I think Ms. Haltom is creating you a
Yes,
slides.
we're doing that right
So
now.
she can run, all you have to do then is run through the slides. I'll show you that in a minute, actually, while we're doing this. Okay, can everybody see my desktop then?
Yes.
I can see it. Now, I also noticed on this, even though I tried to allow it, I cannot see you guys, and I can on my desktop, okay? Because I guess because I'm doing the application.
I'm
Let me
on
try-
my laptop. Will it work the same? Because I can see everybody on my laptop.
Yeah,
Because
you're
my
fine.
desktop is not working.
All right, let me explain the difference between Chromebooks and Chromebooks and laptops or desktops. The Chromebooks don't have any memory, so unless you're saving it in the cloud, which you have to have the paid account to do that, you're not
Okay.
going to have the access. So if you have a laptop with memory or you have a computer with memory, automatically it saves everything. Okay, and you'll be able to you know, see the people in it when you're sharing your screen. Right now, I can't see anybody, but I am able to share my screen anyway, okay? Well, actually, let me click. I think I can, okay, at least I can see the participants box, but I cannot see y'all's faces, okay?
Okay, okay.
And on that, by the way, Mr. Nato, are you there also, Mr. Nato? On the participants box is where I can reclaim the host if I want to, okay? So, Mr. Nato, if you have to leave or something, let me know and I'll reclaim the host from there, okay? All right, just real quick, can everybody give me a check? And I think Mr. Nato is, yeah, Mr. Nato gave me a green check. Mr. Malvo, Ms. Johnson, and Ms. Hollis, can you click on the green check for me? Do you know where that's at? Click on the participants and yes, there you go, Ms. Hollis. Mr. Malvo, did you get that?
All I see is your screen. I don't see what.
Yeah, click on the participants at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay, it still comes up. I didn't think it was there. I got it.
You see it? Okay, and the green button, so we can see. Yeah, great. Okay, great. All right, so we got everybody on board. Okay, now this is what I wanted to show y'all real quick. What I've done with this, all these slides, is I left them up here because they're all in order of the last things that we've done. Okay, so. I wanted to show you one that I made yesterday. First of all, since Ms. Hollis was having trouble, let's look at, well, no, that was sending the video. So let's see if we have that one. I think I have one here. No, I don't have any. You know what? I'm going to have to create one that will show how to copy that Zoom again. I thought I did that, but the actual Zoom meeting and send it to somebody or turn it in. So when we look at the assignment, I'll try to give some instruction on that. Now here is what it looks like from the host perspective. You can watch this video if you want. It's very short, but this is what it looked like yesterday when other people were sharing, or the breakout rooms when we were doing it. I recorded that so you could see what it would look like from my side, if it'll play it. Let's see if it will. Yeah. Okay, and that's what I was, yeah. So this is, I'm looking at it now. All right, I'm recording how it looks with the breakout room, so let me see what happened here. I hope I did not mute everybody, but it looks like I did. Okay, I'm going to try to unmute everybody. Hopefully that did that. Let me see. Okay. All right. So let me see if they're still talking. So you join it. Looks from this side. I'm doing a screencastify for that.
Being recorded.
Okay.
Hello.
There's hi. I just jumped in because I'm recording this on a screencastify. So good job. I hear y'all talking. Go ahead and talk. We're going to still leave it that way. Now I'm recording this so y'all can see it from the other side. Okay. All right. Go ahead. All right. See you in a minute. Okay, then I click the leave groups, and then I went to, and then I went back to the other breakout room. So that's this right here.
But we have some, you're going to have some help. Being recorded.
All right, guys, I'm just jumping in to say hello.
Because I've got some kiddos that need all.
No, keep on. Hey, keep on talking, y'all. I'm going to send you a message. Go ahead.
You also have kids that work at ambassadors.
Wow.
Okay, so I joined both of those breakout rooms and then left them. Now I'm going to send a message to. Okay, we're going to send a message to everybody. Please rejoin the main room is what I think. Okay, I'm going to broadcast that, and then I'm going to close it right here, okay? Okay, and they have 60 seconds to get back now, okay? So now I'm going to stop the screencastify, wherever that is. Let's see where the screencastify is. Okay, so that was just a short video to show what it looks like when you're the host and you're creating the breakout rooms. You can join both the breakout rooms and talk in there for a minute or redirect or whatever, and then you can send them a message that it's going to end and you need to get back. Okay, so that's on the Google Classroom right there. Okay, and I think we already looked at this one yesterday, which was another method of copying and sending the Zoom meeting, right? So we did that. So let's look at this assignment real quick, because that's what I want you to work on for the next thing. Where's that? Okay. Oh, let me differentiate this real quick. So we'll talk about Google Classroom very quickly. Okay. Up here, these icons right here represent material that you've done. So they don't have any type of assignment or due date. Okay. When you click on the create, you can make an assignment, you can make a quiz, which will automatically set up Google Forms. You can ask just a question and have one answer to it right there. If you do material, it's just going to post something that the students can look at. And if you add something you already did, you'll click the reuse post and you can select one you've already done. And of course, if you're putting it under a topic or looking for a topic, you'll click that, okay? So those are the different options you have when you're creating material for Google Classroom. I made the assignment, and by doing the assignment here, let me show you, and this is for Ms. Hollis also that was asking about it. Anytime you've made an assignment already and you want to change something, you click up here in these dots and you can edit it, okay? So at this time, what I wanted to show you was if you wanted to make it easy for your students to turn something in, you can actually create right here. And we can do this right now. In fact, I'm going to do it right now so that way, if somebody wants to make their slides, all they have to do is copy their slides to this one. And when I create that, it's got, you know, and it may not let me do this because I already had something up there. Sometimes that happens. If it does, then I won't worry about it. Okay. So what should have happened now when I go back is I created. Now here's where your button is. Students can view. Okay. That means they'll just be able to see the one I just made right there. Then you can also have the option that they can all edit the file, but that means all the students would be editing it. So that's not really going to be good for this one. Now I noticed if you already have something up, you can't make that work. So what we're going to do is go back here. We're going to save that one. And I'm going to show you if I was to make another assignment, which I'll just go ahead and do right now. Hopefully it won't be too confusing. But this is what I want everybody to work on anyway. And it's creating and sharing a Google Slides presentation. Now on this one, I'm going to say use the slides presentation provided and create a Google Slides for this assignment. Okay, you can copy and paste another Google slide to this one to turn in. So this might be one way, Ms. Hollis, you were having trouble, that you could turn it in. Now notice I don't have any assignments already, so it'll work like this time. When I create, I'm going to make a slides. So this is going to be a slides that each individual student will get. Okay, I'm just going to, well, up here I could say slide presentation for screen sharing on Zoom. Okay, then I'll just X out of that right there. Now here's the key. When you go back, it says students can view. They can only see this right now. But when I click on this, it'll give me three options. I can make one that all the students do together, or I can make a copy for each student. That's the one you want to do, okay? You click on that one, and now we have just made an assignment, and I'm going to go ahead and put a due date because we want to follow our SMART goals, which is making it time-bound, and I'll make that due by the 10th, which is when we come back for our thing, okay? So we made it time-bound, which is cool too. Now, when I sign that, it should take on the name of it also. Let's see what happens. And then what will happen when the student clicks on it, so when you click on this assignment now as a student, automatically it will open up the slides that you can use to create your presentation. And if you already had one, then you just want to go to it and use the edit and select all and copy it, and then come back to this one and paste it in there. And then you'll be able to just go back. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go to my other student one, so I can show you how it looks from the student side on this. So from your side, this is what you will see. The assignment is here, okay? And you can see it already has my name in it, the student name, okay? So after I click on that, like I was saying, I'll show you how to do the other thing too. Let's say I already had a slide prepared, so I can go to the one I already have done. So I have this one done here for Legends of Learning. Then I could just copy, wait, no, I want to go select all, and then, okay, it won't let me, now, if this ever happens to you, see the view only? All I have to do to get around that is to make a copy of it. The entire presentation, or whichever slides I want to copy. And then, because that was a view only, now this makes it my Google Slides, and I can just then do the edit. Now all these are mine because it says copy of, so I don't have the view only anymore. And then I can, okay, I've already got it copied now, it looks like. Well, let me, okay, select all here, select all. Okay, and then copy, okay. And then we go back over to the other one that I've got, which is the one that's for my assignment, Jacob Rangel, right here, untitled. Okay, and then I'll paste that right here. Paste. Okay, it didn't do it right. But anyway, that did not work. So let me go back. I must have not copied the right thing. Let me try to do this real quick. Sometimes you have trouble. This is how you got to learn how to do it, though. Here's the copy. Now if I select all, it's not letting me select all. Well, maybe I could do this. Yeah. Okay. Now I've got it. Now we're going to copy it. Okay, and then we go back over to the one we're going to turn in. And I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, there it goes. And this one I want to get rid of. So I'll delete that one. Okay, now I'm ready to turn in. Now the reason I did that is because I should be able to turn that in. Let's see what happens now. Should be able to click up here and turn that in. Let's go back to the Google Classroom. Okay, let's see what happened now. If I click on that, yep, there it is. Okay. Now how do you turn that in though?
Now this is the student's assignment, right?
Right. This is a student.
Okay.
How do you do it? So when you
Okay.
get to Google Classroom, there's your thing. Okay. Oh, I know. Then once you've got it done, like I showed you, I've got it done now. Remember how
Right.
I cut it in there? Okay. Now all I got to do is try to get this out of the way. Okay. I've got to X out of that and go back to the assignment and view assignment. And right here, it's already there. It's already in.
Yeah.
Then I just hit turn in, and it's going to give me another indicator for turn in, and then boom. I should have screencastified that, but that's how you do it when you've got your something to turn in. So now if I
Mr. Richards, question.
Mhm.
Yesterday, when I sent mine to you, it came up on your page, your
Yeah,
side.
here it is. Here it is, right here, Miss Hollis. You
Was
sent
that
it.
correct?
Yeah, that you can do that, but
I didn't know if that was right.
no. Well, I still got it, so that's the great positive. But what the thing is, when you're getting ready to do your grades, if you have that assignment where you can turn it in,
Uh-huh.
it shows all these assignments there, right? This is
Right.
the last one that I just made. And when you click on it, it usually will have it, if we've done it right. Here's the Jacob Randell. once I've given it a grade, it will allow you to import the grades, so you don't have to go through and check each one. Once you
Oh, okay,
it'll automatically do that.
okay.
So that's why, it's best if you, the thing is, it makes it easier. I don't know, that sounded like a convoluted explanation, but you can do that not only for slides, but you can do it for docs, and you can do it for really anything, okay?
Okay.
That you can make an assignment and make it easier to turn in. And you know what? I appreciate that you couldn't do that, because all of our students are going to have trouble with that too, being able to turn stuff in. So we want to make it as easy as possible. And I just showed you because I've done it a lot. So don't feel bad if that was a lot of stuff. Remember, the Zoom meeting is being recorded, and we're going to send that out to everybody so that we can, make sure everybody has that information. And I'll also do a screencastify about that. So you can make a doc, you can make a slide, you can make a Google Forms, any of those, and each student will have their name on it, and then they just turn that in with their information on there, and then you'll be able to grade it real easy and return it to them, and automatically the grades will be in the system.
Okay.
So you don't have to redo a lot of different
there.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a little practice. It's going to take a little practice, and all these systems have a little something.
So
Yeah,
what you're asking is that for Monday, you want us to create an assignment? Because I know on some of it, I have some things that are missing because I'm still trying to learn how to do it,
To not waste what you've already got, all you have to do is go on to that assignment now.
And add to it.
And it'll have your name on it already. And then you just go in like I did and select all from the one you've already done, and then paste it into the new one.
Okay.
And then so you don't have to redo all the work.
Want to make sure.
So you don't have to redo everything. Automatically, you'll cut it. Select it all. Don't cut it. Copy it, and then paste it in the other one. And then that one's in the one that you're going to turn in. So you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to turn it in.
I may add some more because actually it doubled up, and I can change, delete those last slides on there.
Yeah, whatever you want to do to it. But just trying to show you how you can make it easier for your students to turn stuff in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you can not only do that with slides, you can do it with docs, you can do it with all of the different formats that we use, okay?
Okay.
So, and then, the other video I wanted to show you real quick was about Pearson. Now, I'm still in the process of figuring out, now see, what happened now, when I went back to you guys, I don't have anything on my desktop, so what I got to do is go get that Google Classroom back on my desktop, and then when I get ready to share it, so you guys could practice that in a minute too. Is getting.
I joined Google Class. I thought I was trying to join it. I don't know if I did.
You must have joined it because I got your stuff. But let me check.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Can y'all see my screen right now? Am I sharing? No, I'm not sharing right now. Okay, I know what happened. Okay, so again, I can see now in the Chromebook when you get ready to share. If you're doing it like we're doing it right now, the best thing to use is the application. This is the first time I've really been using the application. That's going to bring up my Google Classroom that I can click on and share it to you, okay? Now, here's the people again. So if you want to check on if somebody's in your class, you can go right on down there, and we can see that Ms. Hollis, you're right here. So you did get it.
Yes.
You see how to join it just by clicking on the email, right?
Right, that's what I did. Yes.
Right, and I can tell you we're in because it showed up on my Google Classroom already. So here's what it's, and this is on again the Google Classroom, so you can just click on it. But it's a short video, and I also put the link right here to, because now it's called Savas. Okay, so here's the quick. Let's just watch this video real quick. I just made this today while I was sitting here about how to log into Pearson. And I think for the username and password, we're going to have to talk to Mr. Lubico or Mr. Flores, okay? Good morning, everyone. I'm at APA right now, and I wanted to show you today's Zoom meeting, how you can at least sign into Pearson and take a look at it. I think Mr. Flores would be the one, or Mr. Lubico, that you need to talk to about getting your username and password if you don't already have one. So what I'm going to type into the search bar is PearsonRealize.com. It's really called Savas Learning, But if you put that in, it comes to something. So this says savasrealize.com, and that would be the way that you can sign into that. So when you get this window, so this is the sign-in page, and I've copied the link up here. savasrealize.com is what they called it. You can reach it also like I did under Pearson Realize. You'll click the sign in. As you can see, I already have my username and password. I think you may need to get that from Mr. Flores or Mr. Lubico. Okay. I'll just sign in so we can take a look at what it looks like. Okay. When you sign in, you will see something like this, and you can see here that there is your profile. That's where you will click for your main thing to create your profile and also your settings. Okay, so that'll be the first place you want to go and include all of your information here. At the bottom, as you can see, you want to, when you want your Google Classrooms, you can link it down here. It'll probably say, do you want a link? I've already set that up. And if you need your classes imported, once you get your Google Classroom set up, you'll just click on this and it will import them. Okay, so this is if you want to reset your password. Okay, so that's that area. Now here's the programs. Now depending on what you're teaching, and you may not have all these listed depending on, because I have all of them because I'm kind of an administrator. But you will locate your subject and click on that. And you can see that I've clicked on several of these that I think I might have to help with. I don't have the Texas history. I'll probably need that. So you just click on the ones you think you need. And then, of course, at the bottom, you have the standards alignment. And whenever you do make an adjustment on the ones that you're going to have, you'll click Save right here. Okay, so that's all done there on your settings. And then we'll take a look in a moment at what the actual Pearson looks like. When you get back to Browse, you will see all the programs that you have that you're able to assign things out of and talk to your students about. And we'll be talking about those. I think if you just get the sign in from Mr. Flores or Mr. Lubico and get logged in and get your programs. And remember, that's going to be right here under settings on the person, on the profile settings. And then it'll be in the middle up here, my programs. Okay, and that's where you will click on the ones that you're supposed to teach. Then when you go back to Browse, it will show those programs in here. And you can click on individual programs and look at them. That's our next topic after we finish this one. All right, so that was a little brief instructional about how to get started with the the Pearson or the Pearson classroom, and we'll be exploring starting tomorrow. We'll go into some of those and how you set up your classes, and I think you'll be very excited to look at that because it has everything in there that you need. At least, well, most of them do. And I don't know the reading language arts real well, but I know the math and science very well. So I'll show you how you can just do all your lessons and everything, your assignments, everything can be out of there. And, of course, we want to supplement that with a lot of other types of resources that we'll have, which we're going to find out mostly about that on Schoolology, which is I'm still waiting to hear when we're going to learn about that. Go ahead, Ms. Hollis.
From what I understand, I'm going to be doing social studies, 5th grade social studies,
Right.
and 4th grade language arts. I'm going to be switching off with someone.
Right.
But they will be the main teacher, and I will come in and supplement or whatever. So I could still go in and pick out what I need and probably get with the main teacher so I'll know what she or he is doing. And
Right.
to be able to come in and supplement. Is that
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
much?
glad you brought that up. And there's going to be 2 ways to do that.
Okay.
And I've worked with other teachers before last year, and it can work really well, or it can be in a conflict. In order for the students not to have too many things up, because when they click on theirs to look at it, it's going to show their assignments.
Right.
And if you've labeled your classes correctly, they should be able to see who the assignments are from, so it's not confusing. But
Okay.
if you're working with somebody and you're kind of tutoring or adding to them, I suggest that we probably make you a teacher as well with them. So you guys might want to share it, the password or whatever. So that way you can go on there and you're not duplicating things or
Okay,
getting things confused. And of course, you just collaborate with that other teacher before you put something on there. And then
yes,
that way you've only got one set so the students don't get confused. They just go to
right.
the
Well,
main class
yeah,
and they know which assignments and everything.
okay.
And you guys have
That's
already
good.
talked about it. That's probably a better way to do it so to not get it confused with too many things going on. And that's one thing we're all going to have to work on is not having too many things going on at one time,
Yes,
especially for the students and the parents to not be them. But I think Schoology is going to really solve a lot of that for us because everybody will be using the same thing. Of course, we'll still use the Google Classroom. We'll still use Pearson. But the format, I think, will be the same. All the classes are going to be set up and everything. And then we can just combine Google Classroom and Pearson into that. And I think
okay,
it's going to make it real easy. I think it's going to make, not real easy, but I mean, look, every time like this summer, I used Legends of Learning. I used, what were the other things I used? I used vocabulary as another one. And what I was doing with the students this summer was asking them to kind of explore these and give me feedback. Not many of them did about which ones they liked the most or which ones they thought were the most fun. Wowzers, for instance. So that's what we're going to have to do. We don't want to get too many of them going, but every single one that we use, we have to get in there and figure out all the different nuances,
right.
how you make the assignments and how you do all that. But they all kind of are similar. And one big advantage of most of them, Wowzers is an exception, they all connect to the Google Classroom. So,
Okay,
so once you have your Google Classroom set up, then you just connect your Google Classroom to all those different types of digital resources, and it's the same Google Classroom. And then when you make your assignment in the digital resource, automatically it shows up in the Google Classroom. So you don't have to go back and forth and redo. And the students will only have to click in the Google Classroom. It'll automatically take them to that digital resource.
right.
So we're going to have that.
Another thing, for me personally, I believe in the motivational part of it, you know,
Right.
because it's very different from regular school
Oh, yes.
in order to keep the students engaged. And I think that's going to be a very crucial issue.
Yes.
Keep
And
them engaged.
yeah. And so it's going to, yeah. So to
doing some
add to your
things during
point,
that period.
right.
Yeah.
To add to your point, that's going to be why, and I'll be the main one behind the scenes kind of doing all of this. So
Okay.
I'll be a receptor for all of it and probably be able to help you get into whatever it is and make it easier for you. But it's going to be so important that we understand that because some students may be better at Wowzer. Some students may like Legends of Learning. Some students may like Pearson. And we got to know the equivalency so that we can let them run with that. And hopefully it's going to still bring us back to where we're getting the achievements that we need on, you know, the data-driven material that we'll have from the testing and making sure that they're hitting the stuff that they really need. But
Right.
yeah, and I'll be a big one to help you with that because I'm getting very familiar. As soon as I see the Schoology, I'm going to try to get familiar
Yeah.
with all of it.
I just think motivation
Right.
is important, you know, to get them
Right.
going, to build that interest up in what you're doing. Because
Well, the
all
word,
of this is new for all of us. And
Well,
I just think having that motivational factor in there is going to
Well, yeah, and the word we're using is autonomous now. It's an ironic thing, but you know, we probably got the four, you know, most elderly teachers or whatever are the ones on our Zoom today because it's voluntary. But that was one of the things I was trying to get across to the faculty, that if they don't want to get broadsided next week with the official professional development, the more they can get in the intervening weeks that we're doing right now, then the more advantage they would have, you know, and not get overwhelmed. But they're not doing it. But that's the way we know our students are going to.
See, they probably know it, and I don't. And I want to be abreast of what I'm supposed to be
Oh,
doing.
no. Believe me, they don't. They don't. Okay. Not the stuff we're talking about. But that's all right. It's the same way we talk about our students, right? That's okay.
That's
And
okay.
we're gonna
I
try
just
to-
want to know. I just want to know.
Sure.
And that's
Well,
just me. You know, I just want to
and
know
that's
what I'm
called,
doing.
you know what, that's called autonomous learning. You want to know for yourself. That's why we've got to try to get across to our teachers, our students, our parents, everybody, that nobody's going to come to their house to Gestapo or anything. If you don't learn this, though, you're getting behind. So we want you to feel that. But also, as you said, it needs to be entertaining. It needs to be fun. It needs to be interactive, you know, and we need to have fun with it as well as learn. So that's why we're looking for those things that will do that for our students, is let them have fun and yet let them still learn and still work together. And last year, my science program, because I was just learning it, every beginning of a chapter, I would just assign the groups to each section of the chapter, and they would make a presentation from that section, and I had time to study up. And then when they did their presentation, I would point out things they were missing or whatever as I was learning it, and then I would also bring it together in a summary. And they loved that format. They loved getting in groups, and you can do that remotely too. That's what the breakout rooms are about. And you can also do that. Listen, when you do a slide, if they're working in a group, they can all share the same slides. They can each make one slide, and that'll be that group, and they can all do that simultaneously by remote instruction. So they don't have to be in the same classroom. In my classroom, they might be sitting in different places, but they were all working in that group on the same slides. So it's really cool. The technology lets you do that. And those are all the things we want to do. It's a modern time. It's not going back to the old school ever.
No, it's not.
So we know that we're going to be.
I like technology. I really do. I like technology.
Well, for resources, I mean, my brother and I have been talking about, oh my goodness, you know, we were talking about that because we're both in that age group where, well, you want to look something up, you got to get the encyclopedia, then you got to go to the library, the card catalog.
I was there. I'm probably there before you, but I was there.
Yeah, I hope the book is there. You know, if the book's checked out, you can't get it right now. You got to look for a different book. You know, so these kids, all they do is Google, you know, and then,
Google it. That's right.
You know, and they don't even check whether that's a good source or a bad source, and they'll copy and paste, and they don't care. And that's, we want to get them away from that, but that's a very great resource, though. To be able to do that is wonderful, but we want to get them away from being lazy and not learning anything out. Because when you have to do what we did, you're going to learn it. Because the process of just finding it, you're so happy if you can find it, the information, that you're going to remember it, you know. So we got to find alternative ways of getting that to stick on them, but we will, okay? So let's have fun. I think I'm going to post another assignment, and I'll be here tomorrow at 10. And start sharing with each other. If you guys want to practice the breakout rooms, we can again, but we did that yesterday. You guys were here, so I think just take a look at those videos, try to get that.
Could I do it at least? Could we practice it just
you want to do the breakout?
Sure. Yeah, just so I can get a feel.
Hopefully Mr. Nato can hear us. Mr. Nato, you're in charge of the breakout rooms. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So since you're the host, you have the breakout room. You know what? Let's do this for Miss Hollis, if you don't mind. And Mr. Malvo, we could do that too. We got time right now, or I think we do. We got about 10, 15 minutes. Can you hover over Miss Hollis's name and make her the, or click the more and make her the host real quick, Mr. Nato?
I did it.
Okay, okay. All right, you see it, Miss Hollis?
I see everything at the bottom, yes.
Now at the bottom, you should be able to see one of them should say breakout rooms to the right. Okay, so go ahead and let's practice right now. There's 4 of us, so it's gonna actually only be able to have one breakout room, I think.
Okay, I can do it.
But there's only gonna
automatically create room.
Right. What is it?
I think you can do more than one breakout room. You can put 2 and 2, and you can have multiple breakout rooms.
I think the host won't be in the breakout room, so.
No, but actually, you can actually do breakout rooms that are empty. So you can do 6 breakout rooms.
Okay.
People join, yeah.
Okay, right, and then people can join those as you made them. I didn't know about that. That's a good idea.
It says 3 here. So
okay,
then I would say open all rooms.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, you're playing with it, so have fun with it.
Open all.
So it seems that I am in a breakout room by myself, or maybe Mr. Malvo, are you in the?
I'm with you.
All right.
Okay. Okay, now we're all 3 in the breakout room. Now, hopefully, Miss Hollis will come over and join us. she has to do that at the top. Let me leave. Maybe I can go. I'll go tell her. See if she can join you in your room. Okay, I'll go tell her.
Hi, Miss Hollis. You're visiting us.
Okay, I'm trying to see. I don't see your face. Oh, there you. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay.
Mr. Malvo and I were off task. We were not for doing anything that you find us. So you were able to come in and see as a teacher, just like you would walk to different groups and see we were off task. And
Right, okay.
so on your breakout, when you go back to controlling that, you can give us a warning and say, okay, you only to be finishing up, and we'll have 60 seconds, and then it's going to automatically send us
Okay,
back.
that would be my message right there
Right.
in this where it says broadcast.
Right. And Mr.
Okay.
Richard, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm on.
You must be in
I'm-
timeout.
Wait a minute. You say I'm on mute?
No, I'm on mute. I was on
There you
mute.
go.
Sorry.
Oh, he was on mute. Okay,
You
so
got it right, Miss Hollis. You got it right.
okay, so then I would say
Just rejoin. Yeah, rejoin
okay, rejoin.
the main room or someone.
I'll just say the main room.
Right.
I'll just make it easier.
Right.
Okay. In what? Do I have to hit a time there?
No, just hit enter, and it'll automatically give us 60 seconds.
Okay.
So that means you tell your
Broadcast.
60 seconds.
Yeah, and we just got the message.
Got the
Right,
message.
so now we're saying,
Okay.
okay, I get this, and tomorrow we're going to work on this, and Mr. Mello, you'll work on this. And
Okay.
teacher, so act like you did something. Here we are.
And then it's doing a countdown, right?
Right. Right. We got 60 seconds once you give us that message.
Okay.
So
And
that
then
gives-
once that message goes through, it'll automatically go back to
Yeah.
the main room.
Automatically, everybody will have to rejoin the main room.
Okay.
It's
Okay. I
very
got
similar to how when we work in groups in our classrooms, we say, "Yo,
Yes.
you only have 45 seconds and come back." So
come
Right.
back. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm getting it.
Okay.
Trying at least. Okay. That's great.
Yeah, but
So-
mine's not ending. Ours is not ending. Are we back in the regular room now, I guess? It says breakout room at the bottom here. It should have ended automatically.
Okay. I'll just say.
Okay, right there.
Now
Return to
it's
main
there.
session. That's
It's there
good.
now.
Okay, and we're coming back on mute, so everybody has to unmute again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
All right,
Okay.
now, Ms. Hollis, if you do this for me, if you can send it back to Mr. Nato so we can record the last part.
Okay.
Just-
Now, how do I go to participants, right?
Participants, right?
And I hover over her name.
Now go to Mr. Nato's name and click the more.
Oh, the more. I got you.
Right.
And
And
then the
then
more I would put
and
what?
make her the host.
Make host. There we go.
There you go. All right, great. That was perfect. All right, we're learning. We all know it. Good practice, everybody.
Okay.
Well, we better get going because we've got that COVID test meeting in about 15 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Just email me, text me, call me if you need to. My number's in there somewhere. I posted it. Feel free if you have any questions or you need to work, let me know. Okay?
Okay. I'll be on here tomorrow.
Okay, great. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 10. That sounds great. All right.
Have a good day.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thanks for being here today. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Good meeting. And Mr. Nato, if you could try to send me that, just send me the link or whatever, and then I can post that on the Google Classroom.
okay, I think I
Or
recorded.
did I make you a teacher in the Google Classroom? I don't know if I did. I'll invite you to be a teacher. That way you can just post it yourself if you want.
Yeah, or I can post it on the stream,
Pardon me?
or I can post it on the stream.
On the stream? Okay, that's fine. I'll get it from there and post it in the
I
class.
think it went to my computer because that's my default. But
That's what it has to do. Yeah, that it goes to your computer, right?
okay, also I'll
You
send
know how to do it? You might want to click and rename it. So I've been naming them 3rd to 8th and putting the date on there. But it's up to you if you want to do that. Just send it to me and I'll rename it if you want.
do.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Good to see y'all. Mr. Malvo, you have any questions or are you okay? You good?
Right now, I'm good. I'm gonna watch the video.
Great. Fantastic. I'll get it posted for you as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
See you
bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.